Hey, what is up, guys? I am here to tell you about my epic adventure as a child. So I'm back to childhood stories. This is episode numero 3, which is episode number 3. So I'm going to be talking about something that happened a long time ago. So I was 5, and my brother and I okay, so I'll give you some background. It was a really long time ago, and I guess I'm not doing childhood stories in chronological order, because there's some I just forget about, and then there's others that just, like, resurface, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I did that as a kid, I'm so stupid, you know? Stuff like that, because honestly, some people do really stupid things when they're children, and, you know, maybe even stupider things as adults, you know, alcohol-related. But, so I'm gonna get into the story. So, my brother and I were terrible kids. We were awful. We just, like, we're just horrible kids. So, I mean, at times, sometimes we were like, oh, little goody two-shoes, and stuff like that. But, other times we were like, is your child the demon? He's totally possessed, and stuff like that. So, here's what happened. We were at our neighbor's house. I don't know why, but they had this pile of rocks. They had this pile of rocks in their driveway, I guess. Like, it's just a pile of, I don't know, but it was just these pile of rocks, and my brother and I got this stupid idea to actually throw these rocks at their car. Yes, guys, that is right. We decided to throw these rocks, and these are pretty good sized rocks, you know, a little bit bigger than your hand or so. You know, so they're pretty decent size. There's some you might be able to just put in your hand, but they were pretty decently sized rocks. So, we start chucking them at their neighbor's window. And I don't remember if it fully broke, if it just cracked, or what happened, but the windshield, was really messed up. Like, oh my god, it was bad. It was cracked really bad or broken. I don't remember exactly what, because I was really young. But, I remember what trouble we got in. We got in so much trouble, that was when grounding was, like, a thing. Like, you'd actually have to stay in your room, like, grounded. So, most parents usually don't do that anymore. But, so, we had to go into our room, and we shared a room at the time, and we were grounded. I don't remember for how long, but our parents were pissed. They were so mad. They were just furious, and, you know, good thing insurance covered it, because it could have been really expensive. But, God, it's just, why do people do some stupid things, you know? Like, myself, you know, I just don't understand what led us to breaking their windshield for no reason. They were good I don't know if they were good neighbors, but they were neighbors, and they didn't do anything wrong, I don't think. And yeah, so I felt pretty bad about that, and it was really bad, and we were just really angry at ourselves and at our parents, because we were like, why did they ground us? Is that fair? And stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much that childhood story. It's not one of the best, but it's honestly one you really gotta learn from. Like, don't break your neighbor's stuff, right? Like, I don't get why. I'm gonna tell you about another minor incident as well. It's kind of just stupid on my part, but it's just really, like, sometimes you just make dumb decisions, like, and you really gotta learn from your mistakes. But, you know, hope you don't have to, honestly. Like, if you learn from your mistakes, that's great, but hopefully you don't end up coming to that. I just killed myself. Anyway, so hopefully you don't end up coming to that, and because honestly it sucks. So I was trying to make, I remember exactly, this is pretty great. I was like 11 or 12, maybe even 13, I don't know. It was a couple years back, and I decided to make an epic, because we had a pool, and I was going to make an epic. It was epic, guys, I'm telling you. It was going to be a super epic idea. A snorkel that you wouldn't have to, like, go fully under. So here was what my plan was. To take my current snorkel and cut off the top of it, so I only had the mouthpiece, because that fit perfectly. And then, go to, like a local, like, hardware store, and get tubing so I could attach it to the end of the snorkel and have it on the side of the pool, so that no matter where I went in the pool, I could have oxygen, you know, so I could just stay under for a long time. I mean, it's only like a 5-foot deep pool, so I don't know why, but I had this. It was just an epic idea, and I'm like, wow, this will be relatively cheap, you know. And I tried for it. I don't know. I was a pretty courageous adventure adventor. So I don't know how that got stuck to that, but anyway, I was trying to cut this with scissors, and if you guys can imagine a dumb kid pointing these scissors toward himself. Okay, so I was using these kitchen scissors. They're fairly sharp. They're pretty sharp. And I was holding the snorkel, trying to cut off the top part so I could actually do this. And I haven't even purchased that tubing yet. I hadn't at the time, so I still never have after that. Ooh, thank God, I avoided that close one. But I started cutting it, and it slipped. Yes, guys, the scissors completely slipped and cut through the middle knuckle on my finger. Actually, not the knuckle. Okay, so you have your knuckle on your middle finger, and then you go up to the after that, the little hinge thing, your joint, I guess. I don't know, but it cut right through there. And at first I was like, oh wow, I'm bleeding, and I wasn't in pain, you know. I was just kind of like, okay, there's blood coming out of this a lot, surprisingly a lot, because it got pretty far down, maybe quarter of an inch or so, I don't know. But it was pretty significant, and I don't know if it went down to the bone or not, because it was just such a clean cut. So it wouldn't stop bleeding, and an hour after that, it just still wouldn't stop bleeding. So I think this is my first time ever getting stitches. And I'm also going to tell you the story about how I broke my leg when I was a youngin'. So I guess we had to go to the hospital because it just wouldn't stop bleeding. You know, like, we gave it like an hour, put a bunch of pressure on it and everything, kept it like levitated and stuff like that, and nothing worked, to no avail. So we decided to go to the hospital. I got like 5 stitches or so in it, and that was that. It was pretty much, I think, the end of the 6th grade. So it was 12 or 13, either way. So we did that, and then I'm going to tell you about how I broke my leg. The first and only time. So I was a 2-year-old. Yes, you guys, a 2-year-old. Imagine a little toddler. I was a small kid, and it was just like I was being babysat. You know, babysitter was babysitting me, and I guess we were at this acrobatics place, and the babysitter decided it would be a great idea to jump on the trampoline with a 2-year-old. Yes, with me on a trampoline. And if you guys have ever used a trampoline, then you would know that if you have multiple people jumping on it, and one person jumps and one person lands right before the other person lands, then it'll bounce the other person who just landed up a lot higher, like crazy high. And that guy's like, wah! It's like a cat, like, I don't know. Anyway, so I guess she started jumping on it with me, because I don't remember, this is just what my parents told me, and it launched me off of this trampoline. And I was a little kid, so I didn't know how to react or anything. You know, I don't even know if I could walk. I mean, probably just a little bit, a couple steps. Actually, yeah, I could walk. But so it was really bad because my legs straightened out, and I don't know which leg it was, right or left, but my leg completely straightened out. So you can imagine, you know, this little toddler bone, that's really fragile, off of a trampoline, and my leg was completely straight. So the bottom of your leg, your calf bone, goes up into your thigh bone, and it is not a win-win situation. It shattered my leg. It totally broke it. I don't have any recollection of this, but imagine the looks my parents got as they were like going around the store with a 2-year-old with a broken leg. Like, that's just not something that you see on a daily basis. And I mean, it wasn't me being stupid, but see, everybody makes mistakes and everybody does stupid things, but that's just part of life, because humans are not perfect, and they are not near to perfect, and they never will be perfect, but damn it, I love them. They're better than all other species because women are just attractive. That's pretty much the only reason why, and life is great. But yeah, so that's just those are just some stupid things I did, and no, I never went through with the snorkel idea. I don't even know why. This is a really stupid idea. Just friggin' resurface. God, I mean, it's so dumb. But yeah, I mean, I've had some other stupid injuries as well. I mean, I'm not just like a scar-free guy. I mean, seriously, God, they're freaking everywhere. They're mostly on your hands, though. Yeah, cool, neat one near my thumb. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Childhood Stories, episode number 3. And I'm gonna have to figure out what to do for my other episodes, because I mean, a lot of cool stuff happened in my childhood, but I don't think a lot of it is actually like commentary worthy. I mean, I hope you guys thought that was commentary worthy. It was just kind of stupid, and yeah, I don't recommend breaking your neighbor's windshield at the age of 5. So, you guys have a great one. My final score was like 40-something and like 17. I did die a lot, but I thought it was a pretty good game because I just prestiged. So, I will see you guys later, and I love you. No homo. Have a great one.